YouTube, we got a new Dr. Insanity. How the police captured Colorado's smartest killer. Let's see what made brother so smart. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he's smarter than me. Let's see if we can catch him. We on Twitch, twitch.tv/DigiLux. Every other day we streaming. Lay out, boys.
This is the mother of 43-year-old Crystal Krug. In a few seconds, she's going to find Crystal's lifeless body inside this very garage.
Hello?
Oh my gosh. Imagine you come find your daughter.
And this is Daniel Krug, the man who killed her. He's heading in for another normal workday, just minutes after leaving his wife's lifeless body hidden in the garage.
We didn't even get to guess this episode.
Oh shit. Holy fuck.
For the last 4 months, this man has been engineering the most calculated homicide plot Colorado has ever seen. Creating fake identities, manipulating Crystal's children, and setting up the perfect scapegoat to take the blame. He believes his plan is bulletproof, that police will spend weeks chasing a ghost and eventually arrest someone else for the murder he committed. And despite nearly perfect detective work, his plan works exactly the way he intended.
My husband said there was a dude who's been stalking her and threatened to kidnap her.
Oh my god, this can't be true.
Damn, I feel bad for the bummer. Is that him crying like that? Oh nah, we got an Oscar level actor right here. That was some of the best emotion I've seen from one of these killers who hide in plain sight.
Talk to detective, I kind of have an idea what's going on.
My voice probably sounds disgusting. I'm sorry.
Krug, months
I'm
before
sick right
her
now,
murder.
YouTube.
She lives here with her husband, Daniel Krug, and their 3 children. Both Crystal and her husband are well educated and seem to have built a comfortable life together with
nah,
their
man,
kids.
for real, man. I feel like
behind
my
closed
voice
doors,
is
something
thicker.
dark is happening.
It just
that will
feels like it's
destroy this
heavy.
Beautiful family, all because Crystal's been
I
dealing
like that
with a
shit.
stalker obsessed with her, sending her constant threats and claiming to watch her every move. This officer is here to check her car
He
for
was hitting her
GPS
up with a-
trackers or anything that could
fake
explain
number.
how this stalker keeps finding her. In
Oh, nah, this
reality,
nigga is-
the stalker is much closer
It's her
than
husband.
anyone
Oh, nah,
could have
he's
imagined.
on some Death Note shit. He's thinking levels ahead.
But my street looks like this all the time. There's no one out there. I know the normal cars.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's following me from. I
Okay.
can only assume a tracker.
Nothing jumps out at me.
I know, I didn't either. I'm hoping it's just to mess with me.
The officer continues searching the vehicle top to bottom, but finds nothing
Curious to
suspicious.
see why he went through
before
all
leaving,
this,
He offers Crystal
instead
a
of
few
just
safety
leaving his
recommendations
wife.
and reassures her that they'll keep looking into her case. Not long in the course of the investigation, Broomfield police receive another call, this time from Crystal's husband, Daniel, reporting a break-in at his home. An officer is dispatched to check things out. Unknowingly, this encounter will be the start of one of the most calculated murders the United States has ever seen.
Word.
How's it going? Yeah, definitely. I'm Officer Chauncey.
I'm Dan.
Nice to meet you.
Johnson, nice to meet you.
So as I pulled in, I saw someone run out, jump over my gate, and take off that way.
Got it.
I didn't think to call you until my wife got home recently, and we realized the spare key that we keep in the garage isn't there.
Okay.
According to Daniel, the only thing that's gone is their spare house key. If someone stole that, it means they aren't done and might have plans to come back at some point.
Oh.
The officer advises Daniel to change their locks immediately, while police look into who this intruder might be. What no one realizes tonight is that this is no random incident. It's the opening move in a plan that's been forming for months.
What
and
the
this break-in
fuck?
is just step 1. 9 days after Daniel reports the break-in, his wife Crystal wakes up to another uneasy morning. For weeks now, she's been receiving strange, anonymous messages and a growing sense that someone out there has an eye on her. Until now, none of it had a name attached, but a faceless presence that kept getting closer. But today, that changes. As Crystal gets the kids ready for school, makes her morning coffee, and heads out for work, her phone buzzes. She glances at the screen and sees a name she hasn't thought about in more than 20 years. Jack Anthony Holland, a man she dated briefly as a teenager. The message is short, crude, completely out of nowhere. Hi, Crystal. It's Anthony.
He
Hope
pinned
it's
it
okay I
on-
looked you up.
he
I go to
pinned it
Boulder
on
every few
the
weeks
old
and thought we could hook
flame.
up. You game? At first, she didn't think much of it. The two last spoke years ago.
Damn,
and
he trying
even
to
then,
pin
he
it
was
on the
harmless.
old love.
So she ignores it and moves on. But the next day, everything changes. Are you there? You should say yes when I offer pity. Whatever. I saw your pics. You got fat. You should yourself. Saw you at the dentist today.
Bro, you know what's crazy? He's doing this from the fake number. This is really how he feel about his wife. Holy shit. Talking about some, you should say yes if I offer to pity fuck you. Which means they're probably not fucking. Or they're not fucking often. He's on edge about that. She say, I saw your pics, you got fat. So he really thinks his wife got fat. Like, that's what he truly believes. He's just using it as a conduit to get his shit off. What a whole ass nigga, bro.
Saw your pics. You got fat. You should yourself. Saw you at the
That
dentist
is just
today.
crazy to say to
Your
somebody.
license plate expired. Gotta fix that. Suddenly, Crystal's
You drinking
fear
Alani?
becomes reality.
Oh, no,
and
it
she
look like
begins
Arizona.
living with the terrifying possibility that she's being watched.
Is that him?
Now, she's certain Anthony is the one who's been harassing her for weeks. She becomes hypervigilant, installs cameras around the home, dash cams in her car, and starts carrying a concealed handgun everywhere she goes.
Don't blame
By
her.
late October, Crystal's barely sleeping. She keeps a spreadsheet of her stalker log, documenting every message she gets. Then,
wow.
almost a month later, a new email from Anthony confirms her worst fears. This your husband? Drives like slow old lady. He needs to drive safe. The email comes with an attached photo showing her husband Daniel at his workplace. Now the stalker isn't just targeting Crystal. He's coming after her family. Crystal realizes she can't handle this alone, so she hires a
this nigga
private
is going
investigator to
crazy.
track down Anthony's addresses and digital history. Then, on Halloween night, she calls the police.
So, how can I help you tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, so I have an ex from a very long time ago who has occasionally found me on social media, and it's never been an issue until this month. So this month, I have received numerous text
This is
messages,
so
and then
crazy
today
that the
I got
husband
an
is doing
email
all
that
this.
is very threatening, and it escalated to the point that he took a recent picture of my husband at his work location. So the stalking is getting a little too aggressive at this point in time.
Okay.
So my last contact with this individual was 5 years ago, where I told him I was happily married. I had no interest in what he kept contacting me. He kind of blew things up and then blocked me. I blocked him, haven't heard from him since.
After explaining everything to the
Oh,
officer,
so the husband
she
know the
documents
story.
each detail.
So he just did the
and
same
forwards
thing
case
that
to the
Buddy did
department's
last time.
investigative unit. Within hours,
Wow.
the file lands on the desk of Detective Andrew Martinez, a seasoned investigator who's worked some of Broomfield's toughest cases, including abductions and violent crimes. Martinez schedules a formal meeting with Crystal for the following week, hoping to get a clearer picture of what exactly is happening and who this Anthony really is. When she sits down with Martinez, the situation has already escalated far beyond what Crystal first reported.
So, I mean, like, he saw, like, full pictures of my family, of my kids. Like, I locked down real
shit.
fast after this, because it was pretty alarming, right? Where he's like, we're meant to be together, and my family loves that we're talking. And I'm like, whoa, you think that we're, like, in a relationship? So I shut it down real hard. I said, this is really creepy for me.
Right,
And
obviously.
he got, like, real emotional, and then blocked me. I'm like, good. And I blocked him, and I'm like, and then I shut down Facebook entirely. The one development that I have, I did get the full-blown report from the PI problem, and you'll see this in this report. There are tons of phone numbers associated with him. There are tons of addresses. He moves everywhere and between like 3 different states.
As Crystal walks the detective
Oh.
through her evidence, 2 details immediately stand out. First,
Do you think that the husband already did his research on this dude? Knew that he was a shifty, he moved around a lot, and that's why he used him? Do you think that's the case? That would be crazy. Because clearly this dude does his research. He was taking photos of himself without him, like with someone else either taking it or having it be in a still shot or something. This is a very meticulous plan.
First, her stalker isn't just texting her from random numbers.
Do you understand what kind of a sociopath you gotta be
and different
to be
digital
doing all
identities,
this?
finding ways to reach her even after she changes her information. Whoever this is, they're persistent, resourceful, and frighteningly determined.
Yeah, this nigga is not
her
playing.
Ex-boyfriend, Anthony Holland, is tied to several addresses and multiple phone numbers. Whether it's instability or an attempt to stay off the grid, it convinces Martinez that Crystal is dealing with someone who either doesn't want to be found or someone who's planning something far worse. With all of this in mind, Martinez wraps the interview with Crystal and begins the digital side of the investigation. He sends warrants to service providers, requesting phone records, email logs, and account information to track down the stalker. Unfortunately for Martinez, these companies will make a mistake that will soon prove deadly. While waiting for the digital evidence to come back, Martinez decides to follow up on something else. The garage break-in Daniel reported back in September when a stranger supposedly stole their spare house key.
They're trying to tie them together.
He brings Daniel in for a formal interview, wanting to know whether he's noticed anyone following him, but instead of clarifying things, Martinez is about to learn something far more unsettling about the Krug household. But before we get to that, 2025 is almost over, and we're falling into the same trap again. We need a new year to make a new Saturday because the world even built
WWF, my boy.
With that said, let's get back to Daniel's interview, where the detective is about to learn something troubling about the couple's marriage.
And I guess
hey, well, I bet you he do at least one more ad in this video.
Contacted her this last time.
This video an hour long. We're only 11 minutes in. He doing. We still got an hour left. He doing at least one more. He might do two more.
1st or November 2nd. It was after she had gotten a picture of me at work that she brought me up to speed on that.
Gotcha. Okay. And the first contact that he initially made with her was back on October 2nd. I guess why that month gap, do you think, before she told you?
I'm sure she has mentioned to you that she and I are going through a rough patch, kind of on the rocks. So probably didn't seem that pressing until it was.
Sure. And she didn't mention that to me, that you guys were having a rough time currently. Are you guys in the process of separating, getting divorced, or working through things?
To be determined. My brother...
So he killed her, so he ain't got to pay no alimony.
So I have a...
Gotta be what it is.
Retractable asp steel baton.
Yeah.
As I said, not right now, but otherwise, it's on me all the time. I sleep with it next to me. I've bought some additional security cameras for the house. So what am I doing? I'm panicking. And I'm doing a shit job of protecting my wife. So I'm not doing good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh nah, he's trying to act his ass off.
Chris Steele, we put
He's trying to give Denzel a run for his money.
Tuesday afternoon, to see
Protecting my wife.
Tracking.
I can't even hit on this nigga. He's acting his ass
We
off.
couldn't find anything on the car.
I mean, I can hate on him. He's a piece of shit, but
is watching you guys.
he's really selling that emotion.
In person, from a distance, or nearby, or however. So that poses an interesting.
What up, DK?
issue in of itself.
From Daniel's reactions, it's clear the stalking is taking a toll on him, too. His wife is terrified, his family feels haunted, and he's struggling to understand how any of this is happening. Detective Martinez wraps up the interview, but something Daniel said lingers in the back of his mind. He revealed that he didn't know about the stalking for almost a month, not until Crystal finally showed him the email with the photo taken outside his workplace. So Martinez decides to look deeper into the family dynamic,
He said something
what
wrong.
he finds is concerning.
He said something wrong.
He learns that the couple have been going through a rough patch recently. Nothing hostile or dangerous, but they were trying to work things out. doing what they believed was best for their kids and holding their family together the best they could. With how much the stalker seems to know about their lives, Martinez briefly wonders if someone inside the home might be manipulating the situation. And for a moment, he even considers the possibility that Daniel might be messing with his wife as some twisted way of trying to fix their marriage. But that idea is quickly dismissed. There is no evidence backing any of it, and all signs still point to Anthony. Not to mention, Crystal herself is fully convinced her ex is behind the stalking campaign.
So they were on it,
November,
but they just
the
weren't.
harassment continues to escalate with more messages and threats. Crystal continues documenting everything and constantly monitors her cameras. By early December, she finally receives a message that gives her the smallest breath of air. Hey, gorgeous. I can't visit you anymore. No more Colorado time. My girlfriend doesn't want us talking without her. She says you'll let the cops get me after you get rid of him. For the first time in weeks, Crystal and her family feel a brief sense of relief.
I wouldn't feel relief at all.
Anthony is backing off.
That should have made me feel
even leaving the state.
Even
But
more
in
anxious.
reality, this is just the stalker's final move to make them drop their guard before he strikes.
1 hour.
The day starts like every other day. Daniel leaves for work while Crystal heads out to drop the kids off at school. During those minutes, someone approaches the front door, tapes over the Ring doorbell camera, and slips inside the house. Minutes later, Crystal drives back home, pulls into the garage, and steps out of the car. She has no idea someone is waiting for her inside, and the moment she closes the car door, he attacks. The stalker strikes Crystal in the head,
Who's on
stabs her,
camera?
and leaves her bleeding on the floor. After months of plotting, this is the moment he'd been waiting for. Later that morning, Daniel tries calling Crystal from his office, but she doesn't answer or respond to texts. Hours pass, and there's still no sign of her, so Daniel finally decides to call police.
Springfield Dispatcher's meeting.
Hi there. My name is Dan Krug. I don't think this is an emergency, but this feels really weird.
Okay.
My wife isn't responding
Wow.
to text messages or phone calls.
Okay.
We've had threats against us. We have both been targeted by a stalker.
Okay.
Threats have been made against
Oh, wait.
and
If he
threatening
left
to,
the job, that
kidnap
means they
her,
caught that on
which is why
security footage.
I
Of him
noticed
leaving
that she's not
office.
answering me.
Within minutes of Daniel's call, an officer is dispatched to the Krug residence to check on Crystal. At the same time, Daniel also calls Crystal's mother, asking her to go check on her daughter, sending her straight into the worst moment of her life.
Oh my
While she makes
gosh.
her way there, the officer reaches the house first.
Hello.
Oh, I'm their neighbor, and they called me. Like, can you go see if she'll answer the
Oh yeah, he sent us as well. So
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
just next door. Okay.
All right, well, you got this.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate it.
Oh shit. Oh shit. He don't notice the tape on the Ring doorbell? Who the Ring doorbell? That's the first thing I'll be looking at. Now go to somebody's front door.
The house looks quiet, and the officer doesn't notice anything wrong from the outside. But before he clears the call and drives off, something nags at him. So he brings his patrol car a little closer to check the garage, where he's about to uncover a tragic, horrifying sight.
How did he get in the garage? Oh, he stood on top.
As the officer leans in for a closer look, he
Oh,
spots a
W
body
officer!
lying on the floor, motionless, with blood smeared across the wall.
W fucking officer.
151 Cent Medical and 110. I need a 4 Sentry. I got a female down in the garage.
Oh, this is a W officer.
Rockville Police! Rockville Police!
He just went in there.
Oh, shit.
Real nigga. There's a real ass officer.
Shit.
He just bust the door down, went in
The
with no
officer
backup.
steps into the garage to find Crystal with what looks like a severe head injury, so he immediately begins performing CPR, working on her for several moments with no success before opening the garage door to give medics access. But instead of paramedics, someone else
my God,
arrives.
it's her mama.
Garage is open now.
Hello?
Hello, ma'am. I need you to stay out, please.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's a yo, this dude is a sick bastard, bro. Because he called the mama to go over there to see, bro. To see her fucking daughter on the fucking ground. This is a sick son of a bitch, bro.
Tragically, as the garage door is lifted to
my
get medics in,
goodness.
Crystal's mother catches a brief glimpse inside.
Just sees everything.
Just long enough to see an officer
Oh,
performing
my
CPR
goodness.
on her daughter. Before she can process what she's seeing, another officer quickly arrives to shield her from this nightmare.
Bam! I need you to come over here for a minute, okay? So we can work. I understand. I need you to come on over here, okay?
Okay.
I know. Do me a favor, go and sit inside so we can work on her, okay? So we can try to get her the help, okay? What's your name?
Linda.
Linda?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Officer Zamora, okay? I'll come out here and I'll give you some news as soon as I can.
Please tell me she's okay.
I have no idea just yet, but I know that they're working on her. The officer in there has been working CPR on her.
Oh
She's
shit.
doing okay,
My
okay?
husband called.
He did. He's the one that called us and let us know, okay? Go ahead, take a seat for a minute. I'll be right back here, okay?
I need to tag out, man. She's got a head wound. I don't know if it's from falling or something else, but probably falling, but I don't know, man. It's a good one. Husband said there was a stalker threatening to kidnap her, so I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
No, she's unresponsive. Decent head wound.
Where we have more room at
While medics continue working on
Bro,
Crystal
murking
inside the
your own
garage, an
wife?
officer stands outside reassuring
Nigga,
the
I don't give a
distressed
fuck
woman
if me
who's
and my
just
wife was
arrived,
beefing,
unaware
bro.
that this is Crystal's
If we about to
mother.
divorce,
She's
bro,
shaken and
I'm not about to
terrified by
murk
the
somebody I
horrors she
loved.
witnessed inside the garage. Linda would later learn that none of this was random, and finding her daughter like this was always part of a twisted plan. Back inside the garage,
Oh my
medics
God.
keep working, still trying to revive Crystal, not yet aware of the fatal wound hidden beneath her clothing.
Guys, you see anything other than a fall type of wound?
What's that gash on the chest?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a stab wound there. That's ready.
Damn it.
Yeah, I think we get it.
Do you have any idea how old?
The dispatch could tell us. The husband called in to check on her. I don't know right now, but dispatch should have it.
So we have a visible stab wound, you guys?
Yes.
Right above her heart. Okay, then let's. We are asystole. Yep. Asystole. Yep. Jermaine, are you good with this, or do you?
How recent is this trauma? Because if this is
Husband said he couldn't reach her for.
transport,
We don't know if it's within 10 minutes, man.
okay, then yeah.
Husband has not been able to reach her by any means for a few hours.
For a few hours.
Stab wound to the chest. Let Henry know that.
Medics work for only a few minutes before realizing there's nothing
It's
more they
over.
can do. Beside Crystal's body, tucked inside her purse, the officer notices a handgun she never even had time to reach for. With the immediate area
It's-
secure, officers spread out throughout the house, searching every room for the attacker, but no one is inside. And as officers step outside the home, they start noticing small details that don't line up with an impulsive crime.
Yeah, I don't know the backstory. Husband said there was a dude who's been stalking her and threatened to kidnap her. And Martinez was involved, and Martinez just said, hey, this is a big old... I don't know, dude. I don't know the history on that part. Martinez does, though, and he said he's coming in. So, other than that, we're just kind of securing the scene and waiting for detectives, you know? See what they need. I kicked that, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. That is very interesting. Almost like dude might have stuck around from this way and
I wonder if maybe the door was unlocked. That's how he got in. And then
You know what, dude?
deadbolted when
You know what? I don't know. I kicked it and it went pretty easy. So I'm going to say no deadbolt.
it wasn't deadbolted. It was just handle was locked.
I saw her, came around, booted it.
Officers quickly confirmed the door was unlocked, and a strip of blue tape had been placed over the Ring doorbell camera. Whoever did this clearly planned it and came prepared. As police continue searching the scene, more family members begin arriving one by one, each of them unknowingly walking into the worst moment of their lives, while officers prepare to deliver the news no family ever wants to hear.
He's holding motherfuckers like he's in such pain. And this nigga done killed her, bro.
They revive her?
I don't know anything just yet, ma'am. I don't know anything just yet. Are you
This is her mom.
She's I'm the mom.
Family friend.
family friend?
Family friend from
I
down the
live right in the
street.
blue house there.
We asked her to come knock on the door.
Okay. Is her husband almost here?
Is he? Is she gone?
We want to give you guys all the information all together. Okay. We don't want to have to repeat the information over and over for you guys to continue anything, so.
He said he was on. What did we do to her? No. They won't say. They won't say.
Man, bro.
Oh my gosh.
This is so terrible. This is so terrible.
Who's in charge of the doctor? We'd like to know what happened.
Absolutely. And as soon as someone frees up who can tell you, I'll send them your way, okay?
Our son's on his way.
Is this your daughter, sir, or your daughter-in-law?
That was my daughter.
It's your daughter, and so her brother's on his way.
Oh, that's the brother. I thought that was the husband. Oh, shit.
With Crystal's
damn.
father and
My
brother
bad.
now at the scene,
I
the
didn't mean
weight
what I
of what's
said.
happened settles over the family, and it grows heavier by the minute. The only
bad for
person
them.
missing is Crystal's husband, Daniel, the man who feared he wouldn't be able to protect her for weeks. Now he's on his way to find out those fears have come true. As they wait for him, detectives arrive at the scene and begin coordinating their next steps to hunt down whoever did this. Little do they know, the killer they're looking for is still in the area, much closer than they think.
So I
Crazy.
pulled my car around to the garage just to see if her car was in the garage. And I immediately saw her at the base of the stairs, a blood smear on the wall. And I came around and booted the front door. It turns out it wasn't locked. There's also a piece of masking tape over the Ring camera, almost like somebody approached from the side and taped it.
Okay.
And then maybe she opened the door for somebody. First thing I noticed was an obvious head wound. They noticed after tearing the shirt and everything off, she had a good stab wound right there. So
Oh, my goodness.
that's what we got. Husband should be here any minute.
Okay, so I need another detective up here to start working with canvassing. I need you to stay here, and Martinez is coming here, so he'll be good with that. I want you and Martinez to work on this. I'm going to give. And then
Martinez was working on the stalking before.
Yeah.
Back
Here's the thing. Well, we got to be careful of it. We have to be careful. We don't know. And anybody that's here is still a suspect, so we need to be sure that we stay focused.
Martin,
on that.
man.
As investigators discuss plans to interview Crystal's family and her husband Daniel, he arrives on scene, cutting the conversation short. And right away, he makes it clear to everyone that he's nothing more than a devastated victim, overwhelmed by what's happened to his wife.
Okay, I
Oh,
need you to
this
stay
we
back,
about to
sir.
see acting.
I understand. I need you to stay back here. Family's over here. Family's over here.
Oh my God, bro. This acting, bro. Oh man, here he goes, man. Bro, you're holding these people family, bro. You just a sick son of a bitch, bro. You holding these people family, the people that love this woman. People who cared for this woman her whole life. And you over here doing this crying, talking about where is she? And you the motherfucker that killed her, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh man, it's pissing me off. Oh, it's pissing me off so bad.
I know there's a lot of questions right now.
This fucking bitch, bro.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of answers for you. But I know what you want to do right now. That you can have about it.
Together so we can get you guys
Look at this nigga on the ground, bro. I fucking hate this nigga, bro.
He's like,
Look at this nigga on the ground, bro.
Could have someone leave me over there?
Who was this lady holding
At
him?
this time, officers have no reason to suspect Daniel of anything, so they treat him with care as he goes through this traumatic moment. But beneath that devastation lies a cold, heartless man, because Daniel knows exactly what happened inside
Was
that
he the one that
garage,
did it,
and
bitch?
Daniel is the killer himself.
I didn't see how the police got to
Every
this
tear
point.
and shaking breath is part of his act. One he will continue selling to police and Crystal's family, standing just a few feet away.
I didn't protect her.
Who you protecting, you fucking bitch? Fucking hate niggas like that. Oh my god.
They're not going to talk to her. They're not going to say, nobody says anything. They're just going to tell her that we're not going to tell her. We don't tell. This is a family matter. We're just going to figure out a reunification. We'll take care of it. Just make sure that transportation.
What a
As this
bitch.
tragedy unfolds, Crystal's mother embraces Daniel, trying to comfort him.
Can you
having
imagine?
no idea the man she's holding is the one
Is the
who murdered
killer,
her
bro.
daughter. Unfortunately for
Can you
officers,
imagine?
the hardest part of the job
You
still
consoling
isn't
the
over.
the
As
spouse
family
or
creeps
husband of
outside
your
the home,
motherfucking loved
a
one.
detective is sent to the school to pick up Crystal's children,
And
who still
this
have
motherfucker
no
killed
idea
your family
what
member.
happened to their mother. When the detective finds Crystal's eldest daughter, she's already shaken. She's been watching the live camera feed on her phone and saw enough to know something terrible happened. But what she tells the detective next is what truly alarms her. Her mother's stalker has been hinting at something far darker recently.
live
and he
feed.
might have deadly plans for the rest of the family.
My phone notified me of my husband.
Oh my goodness.
Police at my house and an ambulance, and there was a stretcher. I couldn't bring myself to see who was on the stretcher, so I call my mom and dad. My dad picks up and he's crying.
They're probably about 7 minutes away. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, something happened, okay? That's why you're here, okay?
You know what's going on?
I do, but I can't. I'm not gonna tell you, okay? Because we're still actively investigating what's going on out
Man,
there.
this shit is crazy.
So I don't want to give you wrong information. That's the last thing I want to do, okay? What has been going on at home?
So this dude has been threatening my mom, stalking her, taking photos of my dad, saying that he's going to kill him.
Do we know who this person is?
One of her ex. I don't know his name.
Like an ex-boyfriend or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they broke up a while ago. They ended it as friends. So this has all come to a really big shock to her. And then, so he's been contacting her from different numbers, sending pictures of my dad.
Salute to everybody in the building.
He
What
hasn't
up, boy?
mentioned anything about me and my siblings yet, which is good.
Bro, we watching this. This dude was like the smartest killer in Colorado, bro.
Trying to recruit
Then
guys
murked
to,
his
like,
wife.
help him with whatever
He
plan
playing this
he's
out
doing.
like months in ahead, bro.
How did you guys learn about
The
that?
story, everything.
He's been contacting my mom through all of this, so my mom has contacted the police. And
Bro,
she
murked
has
his
all
own
of
wife, bro.
people on the case.
They got
But the
kids,
thing
fam.
is, He's making it sound like she's helping him, and she's not. And so,
Helping him like try to kill your dad?
Yeah. And so, like, we're afraid that the police are gonna turn on us.
Okay.
And so she's been trying to protect herself.
What Crystal's daughter reveals isn't just alarming, it's sickening. Because this so-called stalker isn't just threatening the family, he's twisting the narrative inside their home. He's making it look like Crystal was secretly working with him to kill Daniel, manipulating the kids into believing their own mother is dangerous while positioning Daniel as the helpless target who needs protection.
This nigga is
to
crazy.
the kids, their mother starts to look untrustworthy. To detectives, detectives, Daniel starts to look like a victim, and to the stalker, everything is going exactly according to plan.
Crazy.
It's a disturbing, genius level of premeditation, carried out by a man willing to use anyone, even his own children. The detective logs this information and coordinates with Crystal's sister-in-law, Kate, to get the children safely out of the school. Back at the crime scene, detectives continue their work. They canvass the neighborhood, speak with neighbors, and begin collecting every CCTV clip they can find to reconstruct the killer's movements. By this point, there's enough evidence tying Crystal's ex-boyfriend Anthony to months of harassment, allowing
the
police to
footage
obtain
ain't
a
finna help him,
nationwide
though.
arrest warrant for stalking. Departments across the country are notified to be on the lookout for him. Additionally, with a homicide on their hands and a killer on the loose, investigators can escalate the case and issue exigent circumstance warrants to service providers to finally speed up the digital data they've been waiting on. If Martinez received those files weeks earlier, things might have been very different. In the meantime, Daniel, along with the rest of the family, is taken to the police station for formal interviews. At this stage, it's standard procedure, and investigators are simply looking to collect statements. But about 2 hours later, when detectives finally sit down with Daniel, his routine interview will begin to take a very different turn.
What you mean? What you mean it take a different turn?
Your home
That we ain't
security.
even halfway through.
You access that through your personal phone?
Google Nest.
It's Google Nest. Okay.
Hi. This fixing me.
Okay.
Just push the home.
Home. Okay. So I have your permission to operate this phone and get what we need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many different cameras do you have?
4. Doorbell. Side of the house, driveway, back door.
How long have you had it?
Doorbell a couple years. The others, all since September. We had an intruder. I called the police. He came when we had a garage intruder.
A month after Daniel reported the garage intruder back in September is when the stalking first began. And by then, the couple had already installed multiple cameras around the house, plus their Ring doorbell. But even with all that security, and after police confirmed they had no GPS trackers on their cars,
I'm about to say,
the
they about
stalkers
to-
still found a
they
way to
about to
follow
catch
them,
him, though, huh?
sending Crystal a photo of Daniel walking into work and texting her about seeing her at the dentist. So as the detective scrolls through the surveillance footage to understand the timeline, he notices something strange that catches Daniel off guard.
Hooked.
So when do your cameras go off? Do you ever have them set to turn off?
24/7.
Okay.
They don't turn off. If you lose internet or in the app, you can turn them off.
And who has the ability to turn off the cameras? Who has the ability to go in the app and turn these off?
Christine, me, and
It's all right. It's all
He's
right,
cooked.
man.
He's cooked. He's cooked.
home shows all 4.
Oh,
And
perfect.
Home.
He's cooked.
IT settings.
Okay.
He's
So
cooked.
just us.
Just okay.
The detective's question here isn't by chance. It's prompted by something peculiar he noticed on the surveillance app. All of the home's cameras shut off at 8:15 a.m. and they stay off until 10:15 a.m. Only the camera pointed outside the garage remains active during that entire 2-hour window. This instantly narrows the murder time frame to those 2 hours. Just then, Martinez finally arrives at the interview room. He's the
About to
lead
say,
detective who's been
they got
handling
cameras,
Crystal's
bro.
stalking case for months, and now that case has become something far worse. He sits down with her devastated husband, feeling the weight of the loss they both couldn't prevent. They didn't save Crystal, they couldn't protect her, and now they're here, mourning her loss, trying to piece together what happened.
Lon Arias, what's good? This nigga, this little crying bitch, is one of the smartest killers in Colorado history. This man spent months planning his wife's murder. Now they're doing the investigation afterwards. They don't suspect him yet. But they're like interviewing the whole family. Bro, if you saw what happened earlier in this video, this nigga is a Hall of Fame level actor. And this nigga is Death Note level, Light Yagami level, like forward thinker, bro. This nigga was on some other shit.
Sorry I didn't answer. I actually wasn't in today.
As Daniel breaks down, something catches Martinez's attention. Daniel is crying.
No tears. No
The
tears.
detective finds it strange and more than a little concerning.
Yeah, fake crime,
Wanting
bitch.
to probe deeper, Martinez asks for a moment alone with Daniel to see what's really going on beneath the surface. And the moment he starts asking questions, things get heated. Fast.
I know you said that you don't think that there was somebody else. She said. Okay. Why do you keep asking? I'm just trying to put everything together to kind of get a bigger picture, because you said she's been acting kind of weird lately. And,
Bro, we don't even know the reason why he killed his wife.
Withholding of information for you, so I'm just trying to understand, I guess, so we can backtrack what she's been doing this past month.
Martinez's question here is telling of what he's thinking. He's not ruling out Daniel as a possible suspect. After all, the couple were going through a separation period, and this is meant to probe whether jealousy or something.
I mean, yeah, so I literally said that early in the video. I will never understand, even if because they were at a point where their relationship was rocky. To this point. That's why he's talking about a separation period. Bro, even if I'm finna get divorced, my nigga, how the fuck do I kill the person I said I do to? What the fuck? And then this nigga was crying with her family, doing all this fake tears and charade and rah-rah in front of the whole family, bro. Her sister, her brother, her mom, her dad, the family friend, the neighbor, was crying in front of all of them on the ground. Fake, bro. The whole thing fake. Yeah, her mama is consoling this bitch ass nigga. It's gonna be okay. All time this nigga's the killer.
Something else could have played a role in Crystal's death. Sensing the tension in Daniel's response, the detective decides not to press any further. But as they step out for a quick break, Daniel says something that makes it obvious he struck a nerve.
I've seen enough movies. It's always the husband. I get it.
Oh, nah,
After
this nigga thinks it's anime.
The initial information from
This nigga
Daniel,
thinks it's anime.
his children finally arrive at
I've
the
seen
police
enough
department.
movies.
They still don't know what happened
It's
to their
always
mother,
the husband.
only that
What?
something is very, very wrong. Daniel is notified of their arrival and given a choice. Should he be the one to tell them, or leave it to officers and Crystal's family? Instead of letting someone else deliver the news, Daniel insists on telling them himself. A decision that appears compassionate on the surface, but underneath, it's a way for him to control the narrative and shape how his children see him, even in a moment of tragedy.
Bro, this nigga was pretending to be an ex from the past, using anonymous numbers, talking about, oh, I saw you at the dentist. He was taking pictures of himself, like, oh, ain't this your husband? He looked like a bitch. Shit like this. He would fuck with her head like that. And then he playing mind games with the kids, trying to make it seem like the mom was on some shit and that she was kind of helping the dude target the dad. I'm telling you, this shit is crazy.
Following this, investigators sit down with Crystal's family to begin their interviews, and this is where things start to take a concerning turn. Up until now, the case seems straightforward. Crystal has
This her ex from high school. This nigga trying to pin this whole shit. This nigga has not talked to this woman in like 5 years. He trying to pin a murder on this nigga. And this nigga ain't even talk. He don't even know what the fuck going on. He don't even live in this state.
a stalker, her ex-boyfriend Anthony. That stalker killed her. Find Anthony, and you find Crystal's killer. But once detectives start speaking to Crystal's parents, brother, and sister-in-law, things become far more complicated. And what they learn next will force them to reconsider everything they think they know about Crystal, her marriage, and even her stalker.
So you're stating, I guess, of it's the ex-husband who's been kind of
It's not my husband, it's an ex-boyfriend. From when she was 18 years old.
Okay, gotcha. Can you think of any, I guess, recent, has he reached out to you? Have you seen any?
No, he's never contacted me. I know yesterday she told me that he had messaged her again 2 days ago or so. Let her know that he was ready to come back, and so she can go ahead and off her husband now. Make it look a little like she was in on this whole deal with killing her husband, I guess.
Do you think there's anything doesn't feel right, doesn't seem right?
This woman was trying her best. She went and got a PI. She was keeping very, very clear notes of this nigga's anonymous messaging. She was on it. She just got caught lacking.
I always felt like it was like there was something weird about it, like, but I can't put my finger on it. It just, I feel like she had said that it was like this Anthony guy, that it seemed very different than past behavior in him, like that he was never sexual in the past, and that these were like very like hypersexual things.
Bro, this nigga called his wife
so I think
through an anonymous message. This nigga called his wife fat. He called his wife fat, and then he said some other wild shit too that you could tell this nigga was just projecting his own feelings about his wife. He called her fat, and then he said some other shit. Oh, about he said something about how she fuck. Like how she ain't worth, like she don't fuck good or some shit like that. Something along the line, petty fuck or something. I can't remember. But this thing was really the fact that, because they told us from the video, from the beginning, the husband was the killer. This husband was just speaking about how he felt about his wife through this fake ex-boyfriend.
At one point, she was like questioning whether it was actually him.
I don't know if you necessarily know anything more about that, but they just also just kind of mentioned you guys are kind of close, and just see if you had some sort of insight on that at all.
Insight on their marriage?
Or just, was there issues going on?
Bro, this nigga's a bitch ass nigga, bro.
Was there, kind of anything that was kind of...
She had shared with me that they had separated.
Okay.
But were still living together a year ago. And I had asked her if she, over text, if she had, if she believed that it was Anthony. But she didn't believe, at the time that I was asking her, that it was anybody but Anthony. She was fully convinced that it was Anthony.
Okay.
My mom has always been, like, suspicious, and I just, like, don't know where that comes from.
Okay.
Can you elaborate on that? Like, suspicious how, or...
My mom?
Yeah.
Suspicious. I don't know, because she... It's like the difficulty finding Anthony. Like, why is it so hard to find Anthony? Why can't there, cell phone records or IP stuff?
Mom is on it, bro.
Had that frustration, and so I think her mind starts to wander towards like conspiracy type things, right? Of like, oh, maybe it's the husband, or
Mom is on it.
And
bro, never doubt a mother's instinct.
I don't know. Dan just seems so incapable of doing something like that to me.
Why do you say that? Just,
I don't know. I talked to him. And
he looks like a pussy.
And talked for like 2 hours.
He looks like a pussy. Look like a bitch.
Keeping his family together and talking about.
Oh, whoop-de-doo, nigga. This nigga stabbed the shit out your sister, bro.
Sounds skeptical of his mother's suspicions. She isn't exactly wrong, as on the surface, it makes no sense that Anthony couldn't be tracked down for months. Lars would also go on to explain that Crystal and Daniel saw their marriage very differently. Crystal wanted out, Daniel didn't, and the family seemed to view their relationship as dysfunctional but not violent. But listening to these statements, one thing becomes very clear. Every family member felt that something about the stalker was off.
Obviously.
There was a shared intuition they couldn't quite articulate.
Random
and when
ex.
detectives sit down with Crystal's mother,
the mama not
she
playing.
makes that suspicion very clear.
I know you said, and I kind of learned on scene that she was married, had 3 children.
Her life was hell. We slept months and last year. Her husband and her were not in good terms. He was in complete denial. Tell me how he was.
Did she ever give you insight on what kind of led her to feel like her marriage was over, or?
That is explosive. But I've never seen him, hurt her. He would hurt the kids, but,
you don't even know the half of it.
Corporal punishment is to pay the kids. but he would hurt the kids.
He
was
would?
worried about that. But I don't want to
He said he would hurt the kids.
But she told me he was in denial. That she told him his marriage was over, but she would stay until.
Oh, this nigga wanted to leave. This nigga wasn't going.
God, I can't shake him.
What's that feeling telling you?
I can't shake this question. Is he the one that's been doing this with Anthony?
Oh my
Needless to
gosh.
say, hinting that Daniel might somehow
My
be
Dukes
involved
was
with
on
the
it.
stalker is an alarming
My
accusation,
Dukes was on
and it
it.
makes things even more complicated for the detectives. At this point, the family itself is split. Crystal's brother Lars completely dismisses the idea that Daniel could be involved, calling it nothing more than a conspiracy. But others felt that there was something off about Anthony and the entire stalking agenda. With all statements collected, detectives
Man, get
wrap
this
the family
detective
interviews
ass
and
out my
regroup
face,
to
man.
make sense of everything they've gathered. By combining everything they've learned, detectives land on a clearer picture of where the investigation now stands. The family interviews raised enough concern, and there was enough tension in the marriage that detectives decide they can't rule out Daniel yet, and he officially becomes a potential suspect. But even with Daniel now on the radar, Anthony remains as the obvious prime suspect in Crystal's homicide. His threats and weeks-long stalking campaign still place him at the center of the investigation.
Bro, they finna get footage of this nigga leaving his job.
Detectives know their next
It's gonna be
move.
over.
It's time to find Anthony. At around 3 p.m. that afternoon, police finally get their first real break in months. After digging through everything they have on Anthony Holland, investigators land on a possible address in Utah. Because they can't reach him themselves, Broomfield detectives coordinate with Utah County Sheriff's Office, sharing his name, photo, and the address where he's believed to be staying. Up until now, Anthony has only existed as a name in emails and threats.
Right.
A distant figure who no one has actually seen. So when officers finally get a hit on his location, it becomes the first real chance to confront the man they've been hunting for months.
I'm going to ask you a couple of names to see if you recognize any names.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the name Crystal Krug? She may have been Grimsrod when you knew her.
Yeah.
And do you know a Daniel Krug?
No.
No? How do you know Crystal?
She was an ex-girlfriend.
She's an ex-girlfriend? How long's the ex? Like how long ago?
Bro, can you imagine living your fucking life? These fucking officers coming in your shit, asking you if you know somebody that you knew from fucking years ago. Used to fuck with, yeah, I used to bussin' shorty. Now, that shorty used to bussin', she dead, nigga. We want to see if you busted her out this life. Whoa, brother. Hold on now. I ain't seen this bitch in like 5-7 years. Come on, fam. That's crazy, bro.
So like a long while ago.
She was my very first girlfriend ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time you talked to Crystal? Has it been a minute?
It's been a minute, yeah.
Like since you moved from Durango?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been what, back in 2014?
Yeah.
Have you had any contact with anybody in that area since? Anybody, or have they contacted you at any time?
No.
I'm going to give you a phone number, and it's to a sergeant with the Broomfield Police Department.
Okay.
He would like you to reach out and talk to him.
All right.
They have an incident. I don't know the full details of their incident out there, and so I'll let him talk to you about that aspect. He had asked us to come out here to your house and talk with you.
Bro, that's the holidays, fam. It's fucking Christmas. They got his Christmas tree up.
You do have an
and it's
active
murder in air.
Out of Broomfield Police Department. And they were debating on if they were going to have us arrest you or not. They are not going to have us arrest you on it. I'm going to advise you of the fact that you do have a warrant out of Colorado, and you can talk to this sergeant about the details of it, if that makes sense.
As officers speak with Anthony, he appears intoxicated and confused. After being briefed on the situation, he gives his timeline, insisting he never left Utah and spent the morning with family nowhere near Colorado. Once they collect Anthony's statement, Utah officers leave to begin verifying every part of his story. In the meantime, detectives back in Colorado regroup to reassess the investigation. With Anthony still denying involvement, Detective Martinez turns back to the one angle
I'd be pissed about having a warrant. Imagine, nigga, you follow up with the sergeant and
Since
the warrant is for fucking murder.
Jealousy or affairs as a possible
Holy
motive,
shit.
he decides to dig deeper into Daniel's past. And that's when he stumbles onto something interesting and very unsettling. While searching old reports, Martinez finds a closed but unresolved stalking complaint from years earlier. The victim who filed it is a woman named Carrie, and as it turns out, she was Daniel's ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
the more
shit.
Martinez reviews, the more
Oh,
disturbing the pattern
shit.
becomes. The report claims she was stalked for weeks by an obsessed man who impersonated multiple people, manipulating her through fake identities. Detectives quickly locate Carrie and bring her in for an interview.
She's
when
fucked.
they sit down with her, they uncover a story so disturbingly similar to Crystal's, it opens up an entirely new theory.
I think it was, you know, like I said, a couple months I broke up.
Oh
I broke
my
up
God,
with him
he
a
done
couple
did
months
this
into my
before.
freshman year. He, you know, he was pretty emotional, I would say. Sort of desperation would maybe be a word I would use to describe after the breakup of, please don't do this, kind of, you know, crying, that sort of thing, that I can recall. And then
I'm sorry, bro. A motherfucker breaking up with me, I'm not about to be like, please don't leave me, please, I don't know what I'm gonna do out here. Bitch, you leaving me? All right then. Cool. I don't want that to happen, but it is what it is. Like, bro, I'm not about to be crying over motherfuckers who don't want to be with me. You not the one for me.
Started to get messages from his roommate, and that person's name is Tom, on AOL Instant Messenger.
Man,
and I know Tom.
he
is
had
real
all the
because
names.
They were roommates. If I called him, Tom would sometimes pick up the phone. They each had a joint room and a joint phone. Tom, his role, I would say, was sort of to gain sympathy from me for Dan and continue to encourage me to communicate with Dan. There was perhaps some indication that he was, or was, because of the breakup.
Oh man, I hate that
just really
shit.
not doing well.
I hate when niggas fuck up and now they suicidal.
Keep communication up with Dan. And Tom ended up being Dan, right? So all these people I'm going to tell you about
I hate that shit.
end up being Dan.
That is
not
pure manipulation.
Tom, yeah. Even though Tom is a real person, he was not sending me these messages.
Suffice it to say, what Carrie tells detectives sounds all too familiar.
Yeah, he always finds somebody close, somebody tied to the situation, and he make an account with their name and he messaging people. That's what he do.
Everything she describes echoes the same pattern detectives have been seeing with
My bad,
Crystal,
I'm tired.
but the parallels
I'm
don't
tired,
stop
boss.
there.
Things I remember is a group of my friends from our dorm had met, I don't even know how, some cadets from the Air Force Academy. Sure. And so we all went to, I think we went to a movie, something super innocuous, and there was like a group of us. I must have told Dan about that. And I think it was 2 or 3 days later, I got a message from someone named Nick Clark. And Nick basically said, I'm a cadet at the Air Force Academy. I know you went out with these people, and I want you to know that he came back, or these people came back and said that you slept with him. So now there's this rumor going around the whole academy that you're an easy target kind of thing.
What the
and Nick,
fuck?
I think served the purpose of sabotaging anyone I was meeting if they were associated with the Air Force Academy. Of course,
This nigga
the person
fucking
that I
her
met and
career
went
up.
to the movies with was like, I want nothing to do with you, you weirdo. And so, shortly, I don't know, a while after that, I started actually more seriously dating Air Force cadet named Mark Hansen. Then, of course, Nick Clark made a reappearance, and I was getting pretty consistent messages from him. And so he said, you know, we need to find out who's doing this. And he got me a meeting with the Office of Special Investigations at the Air Force Academy. I sat with them, and they kind of laid the emails out on the table, and they said, we've had like a forensic psychologist, sort of professional, look at all these emails, and it's Dan, is what they said.
Carrie would go on to explain that despite their suspicion,
oh, she had access. She had a forensic psychologist. Oh, shit.
There was never enough evidence tying Daniel back to the messages she received then. Everything had been sent from a public library, and because of that, her accusations remained just that, suspicions. But even without proof, the similarities between the two women's experiences are impossible to ignore. And for the first time, detectives begin considering a fourth possibility they never imagined. What if Daniel has been playing everyone?
Yeah.
What if he's been impersonating Anthony?
Yeah.
What if he's always been the architect behind the entire stalking campaign?
Yeah.
Detective Martinez receives the intel from Carrie's interview.
Look how you
and with
said.
that, Daniel officially becomes an equal prime suspect alongside Anthony. At this point, the only thing that can
Bro,
give
y'all
them
ain't
a
got shit
definitive
on
answer
Anthony, bro.
is the digital
You actually got
evidence.
corroborating
So
shit
while
on
they wait
Daniel.
for that, Martinez receives something he can work with immediately. The full set of surveillance footage collected from the neighborhood and Daniel's workplace. This case has hours of surveillance, body cam, and interrogation footage we can't fully include here. If you want the extended cut of this video, plus the full raw interrogation and body cam videos, we've uploaded everything on our Patreon. With that pool of evidence finally in their hands, investigators sit down and begin reconstructing the full picture of what happened
Yeah, he's
before
cooked.
Crystal
They're
was
gonna catch him
killed.
leaving the job.
Shortly before
He's
8
fried.
a.m., Crystal arrives home after dropping off the kids. She pulls into the garage, closes the door, and everything looks normal. Minutes later, at 8:15 a.m., the entire security system goes offline. Every camera except the outside garage camera is taken down for the next 2 hours. At 8:25 a.m., that lone camera records something deeply concerning. Daniel leaves the house to go to work later than he normally does, and shortly after the time medical examiners believe Crystal was killed. From there, workplace footage shows Daniel moving through the building around 9 a.m., greeting coworkers and appearing completely normal, as if nothing had happened at home. And when investigators check footage from surrounding houses, they find no one approaching the property all morning. Everything about the timeline makes Daniel look more suspicious by the minute.
So this nigga didn't even go. I mean, it is smarter to do it that way, because had he left work to come do this body, he'd have been caught 4K because the cameras would have caught him leaving the job. So he did this shit before he left. Man.
With all these new developments, detectives bring Daniel back in for another interview. He walks in expecting routine procedural follow-ups, completely unaware of how much has changed since the last time he sat in this room.
Yeah, they on your ass
this
now,
is
Daniel.
when Daniel's months-long, carefully crafted plan begins to crumble. This time, Detective Martinez walks in with a completely different energy than before. He's no longer feeling Daniel out. He's here with one clear objective.
He's finna lay down the facts.
Confront him with what's been uncovered and see if his version of events finally breaks.
Alright. How you feeling right now? Just kind of about everything. No.
Everything hurts. I feel like I have two different voices going through my head right now. I have my brother Matthew. Yeah, I've mentioned him. He's
He giving me vibes of Sheldon from my Big Bang Theory, bro. That's just some of his mannerisms and such. How he's talking like this and all that.
So I have Lynn's voice in my head going, get a fucking lawyer. I just want this to be done.
What you need a lawyer for, my boy?
I don't know.
If you innocent. Oh, now you want it to be done.
Daniel doesn't open the interview
Now
casually.
you want it to be
He
done.
opens it with a calculated trick. By hinting at getting a lawyer, he's warning detectives, push too hard, and this interview is over. That's clever, but Martinez has a counterplan. Instead of confronting him, he'll pivot the conversation to his relationship with Crystal, making it feel like safer ground to get Daniel comfortable and talking. But if Daniel had any motive to take Crystal out of the picture, this is where it would surface.
Well, I'm sure, especially you guys are trying to work together to be safe. keep your family safe, keep your, as dysfunctional as it is, you still both have the common goal of keeping it safe, right?
I had her as a partner to protect the family, but it didn't feel like a partner who valued me.
Oh, look at this. The truth coming out. I wasn't valued. I did my part. She didn't value me. Yeah, you're cooks, buddy. You're just giving them, what's it called?
And
your reason.
I told her at that point, I told her I didn't want to die for someone who didn't care about me.
Oh my goodness. Why would you say this?
Why
would you say this?
was hurting when I said that. And what I wanted.
You know you killed her. Why would you say this?
She cared about me.
This is stupid.
She did.
For someone who's so
Although
smart,
Daniel
this is
being
very
honest
stupid.
about what was going on in their marriage, to detectives, moments like this only add to their suspicions.
Obviously.
Resentment, rejection, a failing marriage. These are all things that, in the wrong circumstances, can turn into a motive. And this is exactly where the interview takes a sharp turn. What Daniel doesn't know yet is that since his last interview, detectives received something they kept secret for this exact moment. One of the tech companies finally responded to their urgent warrants and provided some of the digital data they needed. And as it turns out, the emails the stalker had been sending, the messages that
From his
terrorized
office,
Crystal for
from his
weeks
job.
were coming from somewhere much closer to home.
One of the things that
He acting like this a movie? Yeah, bro, I'm saying.
an effort to find
He kind of got the acting down pat, though. He really been planning his shit.
email. So some of that information that we've been able to receive.
Because remember, he been planning this for months.
A little bit concerning, I guess.
From the emails to the identity to the...
account that you guys initially received.
He called them about a fake break-in, saying the nigga took a key.
Phone number.
This nigga been
Those
planning.
originated through their IP addresses at your office. Doesn't make any sense.
Cooked.
Well,
Cooked.
he took the photo of me at my office. Both of those accounts originated from IP addresses that list back to your office.
Cooked.
There are
Fried.
Wi-Fi access
Flambéed.
throughout the facility.
Stir-fried.
For employees, and there's public Wi-Fi access throughout the entire facility. Right now, we're working with the director to get all of the IP information to see what devices were using that specific address during that time. Because I guess the biggest concern is just the timing of everything, that it just doesn't quite make sense to have somebody create an account, take a photo, and then immediately send it off, and then the account is no longer being used. None of this makes any sense.
Daniel looks thrown off, unsure where Martinez is going with this.
Yeah, look at his
tied to the
face.
stalker connect back to Daniel's work.
Look at
is
the type
going
of-
with this. The
Look at the type
emails
of shit he was posting. Got your signal. Your pussy husband called the police, but I got away. I'm home now. Won't be back to Colorado for a few weeks. Gonna miss your birthday. I'll signal you when it's time, and I won't let them know you're with me. We'll both play dumb. I'll save you. Love you.
To the stalker
Look at the type
connect
of shit
back
he
to
was sending the
Daniel's
girl, bro.
workplace. A detail he clearly didn't expect detectives to know. He seems nervous, but still cooperative. So detectives decide it's time to push further, because they have something else they withheld from Daniel until now.
got
During the
more?
investigation into Anthony's alibi, officers in Utah forwarded something small but important. A time-stamped shopping receipt placing Anthony in Utah that morning, miles away from Colorado at the time Crystal was killed. Martinez and his partner decide it's the perfect time to see how Daniel
We know
reacts
Anthony
when they
wasn't in
push him
there.
directly.
Oh, nah, he's
Force
cooked.
him to confront the
He gonna fold.
possibility that he might be the stalker.
Also, let's add on top of that the fact that there's, as far as we know right now, there's no physical way that Kickman could have been involved in this based on where he's at right now. So, you know, the mystery continues.
I keep rolling his eyes back.
Things are certainly pointing in one direction right now.
Well, and you've given us reason. Here's the other thing, Daniel, is I sympathize with the fact that you're in an extremely frustrating situation. I know you want to be a part of your kids' lives, but you can also sense that's why we're asking all these questions about infidelity and everything else. Is there some other mystery man that we don't know about?
I have been faithful. Period.
And then you gonna pin your wife like she's a cheater?
Anthony has reached out to her in the past, number of times.
She's very open.
Right. And the last time was 2016-ish. He had asked her at one point if she wanted to have sex. If there's any bit of question about infidelity, whether it's with Anthony or anybody else, we might create an account to see if Christine's actually interested in Anthony. So we ask her, push the bounds a little bit, and see if that will confirm our suspicion.
Oh, he's cooking.
Of infidelity.
Martinez is
You don't
cooking.
get the response and the openness you once did for about...
Oh, nah, this nigga Martinez is cooking. You know, she's had this dude hit her in the past. You know, I can see how somebody would want to see if there's more interest, you know? Maybe make an account with that person's name and, you know, see if you can get somewhere. They just breadcrumbing this dude. They giving him rope. He gonna take himself out.
28 days from October 2nd to October 31st. So you amp it up a little bit. Send a photo of yourself to her. An account you created.
I get the narrative you're putting together, but it alleges that I would do this to my children.
But I think ultimately what happened today would bring you the closest to your children that you've probably ever been. In your mind.
I'm very close to my
Oh shit, she over here.
You're afraid to lose
Like
time
you ain't even close to these niggas.
Clearly, detectives managed to perfectly articulate Daniel's reality,
God
one he may not
damn.
have even fully admitted to himself. He is a man so terrified of losing his children, so desperate to stay in control of his family, that he would do anything if he
Murk
felt it
his
slipping
wife.
away, even if it meant murder. The detective's brutal honesty leaves Daniel speechless. He
Crazy.
doesn't argue or deny it. He just sits there in quiet resignation, wearing
Wow.
the look of someone who's realizing everyone can see straight through his lies.
Yeah, you're cooks, my boy.
If you were watching these facts unfold in front of you in a movie,
Ah, damn,
what
what's
would
the
you say
matter?
happened?
There has to be someone else.
That was able to turn off the cameras.
This is a bad answer.
From your work
There has to be somebody
create
else.
accounts to send messages and photos to act as a stalking suspect.
I don't know, I'm not the one who does this. I'm analytical at work, and I read and write fiction at home. I don't do crime drama. I don't know what any of this is.
Kickman is 6.5 hour drive. And then in fact he was contacted in his house severely intoxicated. There's no way he could have made that drive.
All this time that we've been looking for him, for the protection order, and you just found him today, like that.
We've been chasing the wrong dog.
It sounds like you're accusing me.
We have a lot of information that points your direction, and we were hoping that you could provide explanation other than it wasn't me.
Yeah, it's
I don't
cooked.
have a narrative or a story that I can offer you because I thought we were on the same time.
What would you think, or what would you say if we told you that other people you talk to that are close to your wife expressed that she had, maybe you told them that she suspected you of having...
She said that right to my face, that she wanted to know if it was me. I told her no.
But I think there's more to the story. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not adding up. I'd like to know what happened this morning. I'd like to know
Me too.
what caused you to get so upset to hurt your wife, because I believe that's what happened.
Well, I want to know what happened.
He's not even saying, nah, that's not what happened.
No.
He's just saying, I don't
There's only
know.
one person in this
Of an
room that
answer.
can tell us.
I think you got confirmation or found out that she had a boyfriend this morning, or something happened that pissed you off, and you did something that you regret now.
Bro.
Because you can't go back.
I've answered all your questions that I can. You have your theory. Please find the right one.
Oh, this nigga think, bro, he think he
As
Kevin
calm as he's
Spacey. He
been
think
this
he Robert De
entire
Niro.
interview, Daniel finally decides he's had enough and drops the act. His story has crumbled. Detectives see straight through his lies, and he knows it. With nothing left to cling to, Daniel quietly asks for an attorney, and the interview comes to an end. Even though he continues insisting
way
he's
too
innocent,
much.
there's one detail Daniel admits on his own. One no one even knew about until now. Crystal herself confronted him about being the stalker. Hearing that from Daniel's own mouth hits Martinez hard, because to him, that sounds like the kind of confrontation that could have pushed everything over the edge. But without hard proof, detectives can't yet say Daniel is truly responsible. So with the interview over, Daniel is processed for physical evidence and escorted out of the police station. But before he leaves, he turns back and tells detectives one final thing.
I won't be assigned who did this. Because I don't. You don't believe that? Fine. Just don't stop looking elsewhere. Focus on me. Okay? Find the fucker who did this. Are you married?
This nigga is crazy.
Kids? Divorced? Right on you. I don't care if you capture him. I just want the fucker to pay. He took
Wow.
my children's mother
Wow.
for Christmas.
This dude is talking about himself like this.
Over the next 2 days, the case becomes the department's top priority. Every available officer is working on it, and this is when the investigation finally begins to break wide open. Officers in Utah finally finish verifying Anthony's alibi. They find surveillance footage showing him in Utah at the time of Crystal's murder, and there are no travel records or license plate pings placing him anywhere near Colorado. Then, the last of the digital evidence arrives, and this time, it's overwhelming. The burner phones used to send the threatening messages to Crystal were purchased with a Visa gift card registered under Daniel Krug's name, and cell tower records show those burner phones were always in the same location as Daniel's personal phone, meaning he was carrying both devices at the same time. And then comes the final blow. Detectives uncovered Daniel's Google searches from the night before the murder. How hard would you have to hit someone in the head to make them unconscious? When is a head injury a cause for concern? Piece by piece, the picture comes together.
Oh, man,
there's no Anthony. There's no mysterious stalker. It's always been just Daniel. Detectives now understand exactly what happened. Daniel created the entire stalking persona in a twisted attempt to regain control of his failing marriage. And when Crystal began to suspect the truth, Daniel killed her to cover it up. On December 16th, an arrest warrant is issued for Daniel Krug. Officers are dispatched immediately, finding him on his way to his daughter's dance performance. As patrol units close in, Daniel's movements strike them as suspicious. He appears to be heading back towards his car, and officers believe he may be trying to get away.
This is a detective. You know, go. On the island.
You try to get off?
We're coming up in front. Just get up and bump back. No, fuck. Go. Just go. Go. Show us your hands. Show us your hands. Hands on your face. Hands on your face. Hands on your face.
He tried to get up out of there.
Under red.
Daniel Krug is taken into custody without incident. In the weeks that follow, police finish their work. The digital forensic evidence, the surveillance timeline, the phone data, all of it leads back to the same person. Investigators become certain that Daniel Krug acted alone. He created a fake stalker, framed an ex-boyfriend, manipulated his wife, his children, and law enforcement. Before the case reaches trial, Daniel formally pleads not guilty. In April of 2025, his case moves into the courtroom. The story prosecutors present is devastatingly clear.
This was about Dan losing control. He was not in love with Christelle, and that resentment had turned to rage by the time we get to December 14th. Think about what he did to her. You don't do that to somebody you love. Think about the absolute nightmare and hell that he made the last few months of her life.
On the other hand, Daniel's defense argues that there was no physical evidence placing him at the crime scene and that he could not have been the killer.
We know the physical evidence, and there is an enormous disconnect between that and the circumstantial picture the prosecution wants you to believe. Mr. Krug did not kill his wife. He did not commit these crimes.
After both sides make their case, the jury deliberates for nearly 2 days, and on April 17th, 2025, they return with their verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
Daniel is found guilty of first-degree murder, stalking, and criminal impersonation. He is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Done. Get the fuck out of here, Daniel. Oh ass nigga. All right, you two.